So we'll probably start off with just like reviewing properties of moves because there's some stuff that like it's kind of easy to intuit, but no one really tells you.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there's three broad classes of moves: high, mid, low.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, should I just random a stage here, or we just sit here?
it
Or?
doesn't matter which stage it is. Yeah, so there's basically three classes of moves: high, mid, low. Highs will whiff you if you're crouching. Lows will hit you if you're crouching, and mids, or no, lows will like get blocked if you're crouching, and mids will hit you if you're crouching. And then highs will obviously get blocked if you're standing. Mids will get blocked if you're standing. Lows hit you if you're standing. And so basically, most lows in this game, lay is kind of weird in this regard, but most lows in Tekken are pretty bad numerically, right? So like a low that's like +1 on hit, -10 on block, and like decently fast is like good. Like this is considered a really crazy good low because it's like pretty safe and like it's there and it's easy to hit with.
Yeah.
Whereas if the same move was a mid, it would be pretty trash. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, like I'm assuming most of those like the quote good lows don't have much like combo potential, or
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
So generally lows in Tekken fall into like a couple broad categories, right? You have low pokes, which is like this, stuff like this, like you're down 4. Like you throw down 4, you see it's a low poke. Your down 4 is actually pretty good because you get an extension. The extension's unsafe, so you shouldn't use it too much. But like if you do down 4 and then block, or down 4. That's launch punish.
Oh, I didn't actually know it was launch. I literally learned the existence of that move today, and I was kind of using it. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, but I didn't know it was launch punishable.
Yeah, no, it's launch punish. But like the fact that you have any extensions at all off of it is pretty good, and the fact you can go do a stance off of it's really good. So like, and it's really, really fast for a low poke. Most low pokes don't give you much damage. They don't give you much like in the way of combo potential. They usually don't even give you much frame advantage, but you need them, and we'll talk about that in a second.
All right.
The next major class of low is power lows, which is things like this. You can see it takes a pretty big chunk of your health.
Yeah.
This low is launch punished. You can like hop kick me out of it. Well, you could if your hop kick wasn't whiffing. But by the frames, it would be a punish if you were hitting me with it. Try while standing 3+4. I don't know. Most characters can launch that. But yeah, so you have power lows. You have things like your down back 4-4.
Down back. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have things like your down back 4-4. That's actually like a special class of low called a hell sweep, which is like reasonably chunky damage, knockdown lows. The thing is, like almost all moves that do these kinds, like this kind of damage, or like have that kind of knockdown property. Can you throw it? You see how you staggered when you block it?
Yeah.
Almost all of them will be like launch punishable. And then you have a third class of, it's highly character dependent, as some builds advantage on those while others not. Yeah, Chuck, but we're just going over like general patterns of Tekken. Like this is very broad strokes here, Pawnce, just to be clear. And then you have another category, which is things like your low launcher. So if you go into Play Dead and you do Play Dead 3.
Oops. I think I just like
that one. You had it right the first time.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
like that thing?
Play Dead 3. That's Play Dead 3. I blocked it.
Oh, right, because yeah, launchers is a bit more of a broad term in this game, isn't it?
Yeah, launchers is things that will give you a combo, pretty much.
Round 4. Yeah, in my mind, I'm still thinking like Dragon Ball, where it's like literally down heavy, and that's kind of it. So.
Yeah, no worries. So basically, because lows are pretty bad, just numerically. Like even when they're good, when they hit, they're really risky. Most lows that will give you a combo are like your Snake Edge on Brian, where they're really slow and people react to them like they're overheads.
Mhm.
Basically, lows are the moves. Like, you know how most overheads are kind of crap in Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's the exact same design pattern.
Yeah.
And then mids are like most of the moves you want to block, right? So where they're like pretty high damage. There's a lot of like really oppressive pokes. Things that'll fuck you if they hit you. Like this, if you're at a wall, will get like wall splat you, give me a combo. It's safe. It's scary. Mids are scary. We don't like getting hit by mids.
Right.
And then highs tend to be moves which are safe and have good properties.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get a read and you duck it, they're almost always a full launch. But you have to actually get the read to duck it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was
You
actually
don't get
wondering...
any, and you don't get any hit stun that helps you punish it. You have to actually like be present, and like have presence of mind to know that you're ducking the high and don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that. Like the highs that sort of keep going, and let's say you've preemptively ducked, and they're just like they keep going and going in this like chain thing. Is that usually launch punishable at that point, or is that just kind of get them to stop?
It is, but you have to have like a certain sense of timing to get the launch punish out. Like if you do a snake 1-1-1-1-1, I'll kind of show you what it looks like. Electric Wind God Fist is the best example of a high. Actually, yeah, it is actually a really good example of a high. Also, hello, Katerial. I'm invading your stream.
Ikitara?
Yeah, like do you know the Mishima Electrics?
Yeah, I tried doing them the other day.
Okay, well you probably know that they're like +6 and +7 on block and shit. No, full launchers. They're like fucking amazing moves numerically, but because they have the high property, they're inherently risky. So yeah, can you go into snake? All right, just do snake 1-1-1-1-1. Okay, now do it again. Whoops, I went early. That's a punish.
Okay, so you do actually have to wait. It's not like if I'm spamming it, you can just kind of launch it.
Snake 1-1-1-1 is like more oppressive, but if we have something like you can duck in the third hit and launch him before the fourth hit comes out.
So
like duck, yeah. Well, you want to block the first two, and then duck the third.
Okay. Oops.
Sorry, I messed bad input.
Oops. Ah.
You'll want to hit me with either the hop kick or while standing 3+4.
I gotta do a forward. Oh, whoop.
Yeah, but this is like really, really basic stuff. Like a lot of the time, these like high strings, the idea is that you'll duck a specific high. Oh, sorry, my fiance is at the door. But the idea is that you'll duck like a specific high in the string and then like fuck them up for it for doing something they're not supposed to. I'll be back in just a moment.
Sure thing. You're not bringing enough drinks to the table today. So everyone, how's you guys doing here in chat? You guys all still alive? Oh, we got Kalash summarizing though. How am I? Sleepy and hungry, so standard. Construction has stopped for the day. So, what the hell? Oh, sorry, don't I get swapped my side there. So yeah, it was really noisy earlier, but it's fine now. Highs, good frames, usually safe on block, undouble, mid, scary, most launch, punishable, vary from jab launch, lows, bad risk, reward, hard to react to. Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, okay. I'm back, hello.
Welcome back.
Hey, so, I was doing highs, right?
Yeah, we're doing highs, yeah.
Yeah, so another property of a lot of highs is a lot of them will launch on counter hit. Why'd I hit you? Whoops. And I can get a full juggle off it. And that's off of a 12-frame move. A lot of characters will have an 11-frame version of that move. So it's only 1 frame slower than a jab, but it can give you a full counter hit launch.
And that doesn't always require that charge, you know. It's like if you get kind of like a counter hit type thing.
So what the charge does is all it does is it makes the next hit be a counter hit. So if I counter hit, like if I key charge, then it just means that the next hit that either of us take will be a counter hit. And it also takes away my ability to block.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Could you give me just half a second?
No rush.
I'm going to just address a resubscription here. Actually, let me mute this thing so you don't have to listen to me yammer on. Push to talk. Okay. All right, Kataro. Once again, thank you very much. Do appreciate that. Great. Oh, not Kataro, get off my screen. No one likes you. Quades, thank you very much. We're gonna add you to the top of the screen right now. What the opponent is ready? Okay, I got a subscription section. Thanks for your patience, Master Gamer. Do appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, Quades. Not used to, you know, learning and streaming all at the same time. But yeah, do appreciate the generosity of you sticking around for as long as you have. And hope you're still enjoying your time here.
If you are talking to me right now, your mic is muted.
Oh no, I was just talking to Quades there with a resubscription.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, no, I actively muted the mic.
That's okay. So I assume the stream can't hear me?
No, they can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone.
Well, I guess technically they could have heard you the whole time, but...
That's what I thought, but I was... Oh, no, wait. Claustria said my voice was... Or my sound was fine, so... Sorry, I'm nervous. I don't usually come on other people's streams.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out.
Alright, so... like, now that we've, like, reviewed the kind of basic move properties, I'm gonna, like, point a few things out. You're basically invincible to everything but lows and throws if you don't duck. And throws are like, you train to be able to break them on reaction. Like, good, like, top players tend to have like 90% plus break rates on throws. It's kind of impressive. And lows, as we mentioned, kind of suck and are unsafe.
Because throws are a lot like...
Oh, what about Power Crush, Cal? Oh, sorry, you were saying once? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, it just seems like, yeah, throws are kind of essentially... I mean, once you reach a certain point, kind of like Dragon Ball sort of thing, where it's not really expected to land, it's just something that gets thrown out periodically.
Yeah, pretty much. There are a few cases where you'll use the throw if you come to the wall. This is a 1 break, by the way. You see how it switches sides?
Yeah.
It'll do that even if you break it. So press 1 after I throw you.
Huh. Is that like specific to that character there? Or?
Yeah, but a lot of the generic throws on, I want to say 2+4 will do it. I think Laze does it too, actually. You can try it. Yeah, see?
Yeah, some of the throws I don't quite get, because it seems like sometimes they switch sides and sometimes they don't, and...
It has to do with the camera. It also has to do with which throw you used.
Okay, so I imagine it's context-based, and I gotta get used to that kind of thing, so...
Yeah, you'll get a better handle on your own characters. They work. 1+3 throws keep your side. Not always, Cal. But yeah, so kind of like some interesting historical knowledge is that in old Tekkens, 1+3 and 2+4 used to require specific breaks. So you wouldn't be able to use 2 to break a 1+3 throw. You can do that now, though. They changed generic throws to be breakable by either 1 or 2.
Um,
Time up.
which throws are...
Round 3. Fight.
So I can use either button for
Yeah,
the...
so for generic throws,
uh-huh.
which is this throw. Sorry. Actually, I guess it wouldn't really help you showing my character. But like basically throws that are done with like 1+3 or 2+4 are called generic throws. Every character has them. They're like there's a few like quirks with them where you can like hold forward when you do it. You can get a bit more range. Like don't run into me for a second. Compare the range on that to the range on that.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, you can trade some startup speed for a bit more range in the throw.
Okay, but you do have to press the corresponding 1 or 2 in relation to the specific throw. Like it's not like I can.
To.
Oh, so if you
Used to
do, is it okay?
2+4 and 1+3.
So
Yeah, generic throws are either punch button.
Okay, so I can. It doesn't really matter which throw you do. I can just do 1 or 2, and it'll break all of the normal throws.
It will break all generic throws, but it won't break all command throws.
That's like, yeah, that weird shit King does and stuff.
Every character has at least one command throw.
Oh, they all have at least. Oh, okay.
Get ready for the next battle.
So, for instance,
Oh,
I'm gonna look at like these throw whiff animations.
I just crashed.
You just crashed? Oh no.
All right.
It's known to happen. But yeah, so basically, most command throws in Tekken will be a 1+2 break, but not all of them. So a lot of characters will have specific 1 breaks or 2 breaks on their throws that you have to learn like to see. And so the way you learn to like see and break the throw and reaction is when your character does a throw animation, they'll reach out with a specific arm to grab.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's the left arm, you have to break with 1. If it's the right arm, you have to break with 2. And if it's both arms, you have to break with 1+2. And that holds for, I want to say, like 39 of 40 characters. King has a few throws that break that rule, where he'll look like he's grabbing you with both arms, but you have to break with 1, or you have to break with 2. But for almost every single character, you can react to the throw break based on the arms. But this takes time and practice.
Okay.
It's something you have to work on over time. Also, I'm stuck on the syncing screen. I'm going to have to wait for Tekken to boot me back out.
Yeah, that'll actually help quite, because I misunderstood that totally. I thought you had to press the corresponding 1 or 2 to the throw, but now that I know I can just press whatever, I can... That should actually help.
Well, you can't just press whatever. You have to...
I mean,
if
for
it's
the...
a command throw.
For the basic grabs, I mean.
Yeah, for the basic grabs.
Because I was never taking those, because I was trying to figure out whether it was 1 or 2, and by the time I figured out which button I was going to press, it'd be too late, so...
Well, the thing is that a lot of the time, if you're new, you won't be able to tell the basic grabs from the command grabs.
Yeah. I'm still fucked with the command grabs, probably, but...
Yeah. Well, like I said, with the command grabs, you just learn to see the arm. And it takes time, but you'll get it eventually. All right. Let me re-invite you.
All right.
When you get back in here, I'll show you like the way the hand looks on the arm. But what like you're eventually expected to do is you're expected to go into practice mode. You're expected to set up the bot to like do random throws at you, and you just practice breaking them on reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it will make more sense when I show you the animation, like Cal says.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournaments, Lei Wulong. Get ready for the next battle.
We should probably do movement after we do throws.
Movement, alright.
Yeah, movement. So, you remember how the first thing I told you to do in Dragon Ball Fighters was to learn to instant air dash?
Yeah.
Tekken has something similar, but worse. Why don't I set the time to unlimited for it? That's a good question, Ego. I should do that.
Anybody else want a piece? Round 1.
So,
Fight.
where is it with the throws? Right. You see how I'm grabbing with both my hands?
Yeah.
This is Josie's only command throw. And it's good because if I have you at the wall.
Oh, it splats.
I can get a wall combo. I dropped it, but you get the idea.
Mhm.
Whereas if you compare it to this one, this is my 1+3.
Mhm.
You see how I'm grabbing with only the one hand?
Yeah, yeah.
Oops. Yeah, and you can easily compare it. And this is my 2+4. You can see I'm grabbing with the other hand.
Yeah.
In older Tekkens, you used to have to break these specific, with this specific hand, but in this game, you no longer do.
Feels like it'd be if you because I mean, even if it doesn't matter, it just seems like if you just got used to looking for that, it would help with the command grab stuff
Yeah,
later.
that's what
but-
you do.
Round 2.
But if I was like Paul or like Jin or like Anna, they have, for instance, throws that you have to break specifically with 2. And then King obviously has all sorts of breaks.
Yeah, I was fighting one the other day. He was doing all kinds of stuff, and I was like, I don't know what this is, and then 70% of my life was gone.
That's King. Was he chain throwing you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the chain throws are actually a weird situation where he'll land a starter throw, and then he sort of has a tree of different throws that he has to go through to get different chain throws. And you're sort of expected to learn the general path that the chain throw can go and what the different breaks are and what the risk reward is. But chain throws are a mix up each step of the break. To make it even more confusing, though, there's sections where he does the input for one throw, the one after it's guaranteed, you don't get a break chance, but you get to break it after that, and it's all sorts of nonsense.
I see.
You should lab King and lab the chain throws, and then forget them like I did. Eventually, you kind of learn. King is a 50-50 mix-up on his chain throws, yeah. But the other thing is, with King's chain throws, he still has to land the chain throw starter, and you can break that on reaction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's. I guess that's just the easiest option. Don't let him throw you in the first place. And
Yeah, but once he has, you'll learn a few specific ones based on what the chain throw starter was. But if he's going for the one that looks like he's breaking your back with his legs, hoisting himself over you, I believe we generally call it King's Bridge. Press 1+2 on the one immediately before that, and if he's rolling all over the ground to fuck you up, that path is generally broken with 2.
okay, I remember the rolling. You just kind of kept going around in a circle, and it ended up being
It's
a lot
called
of
Rolling
damage.
Death Cradle.
Okay.
It's a meme. Rolling Death Cradle is a meme.
Time up.
Good Kings only used Twisters and G's and Shining Wizard anyway. Yeah, they do. All right, let's talk about movement.
Did you want to change some settings or something, or?
It's not going to make much of a difference. It would just give us 30 more
Oh, okay.
seconds per round. I can do it now that we dropped out, though. Oh no, actually, I can't change it. So, movement in Tekken is a technical skill, just as much as combo, doing combos is in any other game,
Mhm.
or
Get ready for the next battle.
it's like movement in Quake almost, where you get better at movement as its own thing, and you get more comfortable doing the technical aspects of it, and specific cancels and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like that in 2D fighters, but not nearly to the same degree. So, has anyone taught you what a backdash cancel is?
Yeah, it's the thing people it's like a wave dashing thing, but it's called Korean backdashing here, I think.
Fight.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not great at it. Here's mine. So
Like, it feels at least like I'm somewhat primed to do this because of the whole
Yeah.
instant air dash thing. It's just in
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
in reverse in a sense.
you will work on this for years. People, like, the thing is, like, people get to some pretty crazy heights with this. But I'm gonna teach you like the good way
All
that
right.
you should learn to do it the first time, so you don't have to unlearn some bad habits like I am currently working on. So the basic idea behind it is that if you backdash and you just backdash, you'll get a backdash of about this speed. It's pretty slow. It doesn't get you where it doesn't really get you very far. But if you put a crouch, then it
Time up.
cuts the recovery time for the backdash.
Round 2. Fight.
Does it make sense?
Oh yeah, no.
So basically what you're supposed to do is back, hold the second back, press down back, and then press back once more.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't holding before. I see kind of a yeah. It makes a bit of a difference.
And so that's like the best way to do it. It's not the way I actually do it because I fucked up and learned the bad, shitty, crappy bud method. I actually do back quarter circle back quarter circle back, but that's unsafe. It gets me hit a lot, so don't do that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's one thing I tend to have a problem with. Like, I learn a weird way of doing things. It's just like stuck with me for the rest of the time. So
Exactly. Don't learn the wrong way to backdash cancel. What about haha step? Pawnce will learn to haha step when Pawnce knows how, like, when Pawnce's KBD reaches decent speeds. So Lei has a specific specific movement tech, where if you backdash,
Fight.
back turn, back, like, and then I guess like for the beginner version of it, you would hold down back, but you can essentially, if you're in back turn, go into back turn really fast. Now hold down back. Do you see how that sends you away from me?
yeah.
Essentially, haha stepping is backdash, back turn, down back, or if you're being like good, if you're being a good lay player, just normal back. Basically, do what Cal said. Cal knows more about haha step than I do.
Holding back.
Backdash while holding back. Goes forward, tap down back, and repeat. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that. And it seemed like there was two weird versions of it. I'm not sure if I'm just like.
Yeah, there are.
Because there was like this one where it's just kind of like that, and then it
Sorry.
seemed like, and then there's another one where it looks like it's dashing being cancelled with it. So I'm not sure if that's a thing or not, but
Time up.
They are both a thing.
okay.
You lose.
All KBD is unsafe. That's correct, but you can change the degree to like how unsafe it is. So KBD is really important.
So it's not like the existence of these alternate lay-specific things negates the need for the Korean backdash thing, though. Like that's still needed on lay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about haha step yet. Haha step is like an advanced lay thing. So I don't know if anyone's like gone out of their way and told you this yet, but blocking in Tekken's really good. Like most moves are unsafe on block. Like a lot of shit is punishable. So if you know the punish, and like fucking, basically it's really really hard to open people up in Tekken while being safe. You basically can't do it. Like.
So it's the opposite of Dragon Ball.
Exactly. So basically, because like people will eventually have to use something that's unsafe just because it's a really good tool and like it's a key part of their game. Like blocking can net you a lot of free damage. So for instance, here's an example, right? I have this string. You can block it. That's a good mid-high string. It's guaranteed, like it's natural combo and counter hit. It's -1 on block, which means I can do all sorts of stuff afterwards, and then not really at much of a disadvantage. And it's high. Because the second hit's high, it means that if you react to the first hit and duck, you can full launch me off of it.
Okay.
But I want to use this move a lot, right? Like, it's an important, like, part of my pressure. I want to, like, move around. I want to, like, smack you with it.
Round 2.
So to cover it,
Fight.
try and duck it again.
Oops.
I have that.
Oh, I didn't fuck it up. Okay.
No, it's a different move. I have that. It's. You can see I have that. The catch is that the mid
Mm-hmm.
is unsafe. It's minus 12. So I believe Lay's punishment's not very good. That actually means that you're going to have to work a lot harder to learn punishment to make like the game work on a basic level.
That's great.
Punishes are deeply important to this game.
Mhm.
I believe for Lay, your 12 frame punishes forward 2-1.